a good bite. Turn off all the light, you're having a fright night, and you need a good bite.
It's DIY.
Turn off all the light, you're having a fright night, and you need a good bite.
It's DIY.
Turn off all the light, you're having a fright night.
For these awesome teeth, you're gonna need polymorph plastic, and you can buy it very cheap on eBay, and the link is right down in the description, so check it out. We start out by heating water to about 62 degrees Celsius or 143 degrees Fahrenheit. Pour the polymorph plastic pellets straight into the water and wait for them to go transparent. Then you know they're ready to work with. The polymorph plastic hardens as soon as it cools down. If it gets too solid to work with, just dip it in the water again and it softens up. The temperature doesn't have to be exact, but the plastic won't activate unless it's hot enough. When the pellets clear up, just scoop them up and be careful it's hot. If it feels soft enough to work with, we're good to go. Break a small piece off or use scissors to cut them off. To give our little prosthetics piece a gum-colored tone, we're gonna use red food coloring. Just a tiny bit. Dip the plastic in it and mush it in there, mix it, squeeze it. And here Ellie's piece actually cooled down too much, so we dip it in the water, heat it up again. Split the gum-colored piece in two and leave one in the water because we're gonna use it later. Use the other one to make a tiny sausage and stick it into your mouth. Might want to dry your teeth first. Straight over your teeth. This is the main piece that's gonna hold your teeth in place in your mouth. So make sure it sits very well and comfortable. Ellie's making this very, very thin because the plastic turns really solid hard when it sets. Wait a few minutes. You can use the time to goof off in the mirror like some people I know. And take it out. It's okay if it's still a little soft. You can trim off some excess pieces if you like. Now we're gonna make teeth and we're using some of the clear polymorph plastic left in the glass. Shape your teeth and use a pair of scissors to cut them really, really sharp. You can make your teeth any size, but be careful, if you make them too long, they will go down into the gum in your lower jaw, and that's not very comfortable. It looks best if your teeth goes down over the edge like this. Now make a lot of teeth. Cool thing is this plastic turns white when it sets. Ellie is using a super glue to stick the teeth to the gum piece. Whoa! Did I just say super glue? Well, I think we better consult Mac's Safety Corner. You're going to be using a super glue, but not any super glue. It needs to have a specific active ingredient. I'm going to try to read this here. Cyanoacrylate adhesive. It's perfectly safe when it's dry and set. We actually checked that with the Swedish Poison Information Center. So it's okay to use, at least in Sweden. So keep that in mind with the teeth. Let them dry properly before you put them in your mouth. Okay? If you're too young, you shouldn't be doing this at all, so ask an older sibling or your parents. And be careful, don't glue yourself to yourself, because you're going to be stuck forever. Don't play around with super glue. Hey, so let's get that gluing on, right? It's pretty straightforward, you just put it on. Make sure you don't glue yourself to the teeth, so... Let the cyanoacrylate set and then put them in to try them on. And you see these teeth are not too long, they don't sink into the gum in the lower jaw. Now we're gonna use the extra gum piece we saved in the glass to create a realistic looking gum. Roll it up like we did with the other one. And then press it just over the teeth row to cover up the edges of the teeth. To really get in there between the teeth, we use a pair of tweezers. That gives a pretty realistic look. And then we take it off. Just gonna make sure it really fits there when it's properly on before we glue it. Yeah, it looks fine. Pull it out. And then we put more super glue here on the upper gum part. Like that. Cut off some excess stuff. Look at that. It looks pretty awesome, doesn't it? And best of all, you made it yourself. We go on painting it with the tooth animal from Kryolan, and yeah, you can paint them any way you like. We're making these a bit ugly and raw and raw. And to finish it all up, we do something that you probably shouldn't do. We add a layer of nail polish to give the teeth a real shine. So oh my god, look at those, some pretty awesome teeth, right? Help us out, spread this video all over the net.